Hello and good afternoon everyone, I'm GCROCK, and in today's video we got a little bit of a news video for you for the Division 2. It's not major news at all, but I thought it's worth sharing. I woke up today and after doing all my morning routine, I saw a tweet by Yannick, and Yannick was discussing state of the game, and he went in depth. There's like a 15 thread on Twitter. You may have saw it already, but if not, if you're not on Twitter, I'm going to share that with you. We're going to go through what he's saying, we're going to discuss it, and yeah, it's all about state of the game and why it's not going on right now. For those that are on the division, we used to get state of the game every single week. It's something that we've missed for sure. They used to update us every single week with anything that was coming and whatnot, or if they had no updates, they'd just put something on. They'd give us something like community highlights or whatnot, but it's not been around for a long time now. Before the last patch in November was the last episode of it, so Yannick explains all of this and we're going to go through it. If you do enjoy this video today, please do hit like and share to support it. Consider hitting subscribe for more content from me. I do a lot of the division content. Check out the channel, hit subscribe for more of it. And we also have a fantastic gaming community that is linked at the top of the video description. You can come and check that out as well. We're approaching 17,000 members. Definitely the best place to be if you're a division agent. I'm also approaching another goal. I'm aiming for 100 channel members before the end of the year. We're on 83 right now, 17 to go. Thank you so much for that support. If you want to support that way, go and click join on the main channel page. I really appreciate the support. Okay, so moving over to Twitter, and this is the thread. So Yannick posted it 56 minutes ago now. I'm just going to read through all 15 posts, and then we're going to have a look at some of the reactions and comments from other people and what the suggestions are, which are quite interesting going forward. So Yannick starts with, there's been a lot of conversation about state of the game in the past and more recently, so let me pull the curtain a bit to explain why we decided to put it on ice for a while. Long thread, 1 out of 15. There's a lot that happens behind the scenes with state of the game. I know it probably often seems improvised, and while there is always a degree of improvisation, there's a significant amount of preparation work behind every show. We have an editorial strategy that maps out the main topics of each state of the game over a certain period of time. The streaming setup needs to be in place and ready. The assets need to be prepared in the right format and stored at the right place. Some of the information needs to be gathered in advance. Stats, for example, can take days to put together. There's the preparation of the guests if they are not already experienced. We do a dry run for each show to make sure everyone is familiar with the content. Everything needs to be put in a run of show that will be shared with our communication and marketing partners for validation. Sometimes it takes several iterations before we reach an agreement, etc., etc. The bottom line is that it takes more than a couple of devs spontaneously grabbing their webcam and chatting about anything. All of it takes time and people who can invest a major part of their working hours into championing this. Then, state of the game is a bit of a double-edged sword. It's great when we have many things to talk about, but when we hit a quiet period, it becomes harder to produce a weekly show with meaningful content. We all have opinions on whether or not those empty state of the games are valuable. When we created State of the Game, our intention was to have a regular rendezvous between devs and the community, no matter if we would have news or not. We would be here to chat and answer questions. We don't only show up to build hype, we're also here during the hard times. But no matter how much we tell ourselves it's important, at a human level, it's never easy to come to a show knowing you're going to frustrate part of the audience. Sure, chat only represents a portion of the viewers, but we still come out of those questioning ourselves. What keeps us going is knowing that there'll be light at the end of the tunnel and that soon we will come with good and exciting news. When we announced new content would come, we knew it would be months until we had anything meaningful to share. The idea of keeping State of the Game going for months without being able to shed any light on the new content didn't sit right and seemed disrespectful to the community. People would show up at every state of the game wondering, is this the one? Only to be disappointed time and time again, week after week. In the same time, Hamish moved to another role. He was a major architect behind State of the Game, and his contribution goes way beyond just that of hosting it. Johan also decided to move on, and he was the one taking care of the content. It just wasn't realistic to carry on, and it seemed like a good place to stop for a while, regroup and look to the future. I do regret that we couldn't make one final send-off show. So here we are months later, and will State of the Game come back when we resume communication? I don't know. I hope it will. I still believe in it. We'll need the people with the drive and time to dedicate to it, and so far we haven't found them, but I've always been an optimist. So that is Yannick's update on State of the Game, and his 15 post thread on Twitter explains a lot, and you gotta appreciate the guy for sharing that, because a lot of people have been asking questions. A lot of people are they're tagging him every day right now. They have been for months, to be fair, asking for news, asking for what is coming, and I fully understand what he said in one of those posts. You know, if they were doing state of the game every week, they would just get hounded. They get hounded as it is on Twitter, and it can't be good for them. And when they got no news that they can share, it's just not worth it. So you can fully appreciate what he's saying there, and it's nice of him to update us. But what's interesting is going to read the comments, and the first one I saw was from Obi. I like what he said here about using content creators. Obi said, how about using creators to give status updates via a small interview? That way you'd have time to gather the resources and permission without the need to keep a team on state of the game always. Which is a good point. So if they are struggling to find that dedicated team, why don't they use content creators like myself? I actually responded. I said here, really appreciate the update. I for one would be willing to work with Massive to bring back state of the game on a content creator level for sure. I think if that's a possibility, that's maybe something that they should look into. And they are. If we go down further, NGN also replied, and Yannick responded saying it is a thought that was crossed their minds. It would alleviate some of the preparation work, but on the other hand, it would make the validation process harder due to having someone external involved. There's a bunch of other comments as well. Mainly people are just like thanking them for the transparency and being understanding, which you got to be understanding with what he wrote there. Been very transparent. If it wasn't already obvious, if that makes sense, because I think a lot of what he's saying is quite obvious. We've got another comment there. Yannick, please just type these words. The new content is still coming. It is still coming. Confirmed by Yannick. There's a video I watched yesterday by my friend Epic Slayers questioning. He was worried because they've just cancelled a beta for something else they're doing on another game, and he was worried. And it's the same studios working on a Division 2. So he was a little bit worried, but it's coming for those worrying about the content and it getting cancelled or whatnot. But yeah, I just wanted to cover that today. It was just a bit of news on State of the Game. Let me know what you think in the comments. You know, do you think, are you missing State of the Game? Do you agree with what they've done? I certainly do. I don't think there's any point doing a State of the Game every single week if they're just going to be getting hounded with all these questions and they've got no news to share whatsoever. But do let me know what you think in the comments. And would you get behind a new version of a State of the Game? Like, what if we did bring it to the content creators in some way or form, if they managed to do that? Or what version of State of the Game would you like to see returned? It's obviously going to be different. They've lost some people that were involved in it heavily. It's going to need a new team. But yeah, let me know what you think. And that does bring us to the end of the video. I just want to update you on that thread today. Thank you for watching. We've got another video coming today. I did want to do something. There's so many videos I wanted to do today, but this kind of like changed the first one. We got one coming about 4 o'clock. There's an announcement for the Hazard Zone mode on Battlefield 2042. There's a worldwide reveal of that. I think I'm going to do like a reaction video. We're going to watch it. I'm just going to react to it and release that at 4 p.m. Soon after that, we're streaming. We're streaming at 5 p.m. on PC, doing some raids on the Division 2, so come and check that out as well. And I've got more videos. There's a day before mega event tomorrow. We're going to be covering that tomorrow. I wanted to do a day before video today. That's what I'm not able to do now, but we're definitely going to be discussing the mega event of the day before tomorrow. We're going to have a release date of the day before for people looking forward to that. Check that video out tomorrow. I'll see you in stream later. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit like and share to support this video. Subscribe if you are new here. Come and check out our community now. It's linked at the top of the video description. Go and click that link. And also, as I said earlier, we're only 17 members away now from 100. I'm aiming for 100 channel members before the end of the year. Thank you so much for the people that do that. If you want to check that out, click join on the channel main page. Thanks for watching. Until next time, stay safe and peace out.